Hello, Potato. Your cadaverous pallor betrays an aura of foreboding, almost as though you sense a disquieting need to color something. Yes, the world is in a state right now, and especially here in the US, we could all do with whatever distractions we can get. And as you might be able to guess, one of my top distractions is Disney's The Haunted Mansion. But before we get on to a little bit of coloring, I'm not going to actually do any coloring, just don't worry. I'm not going to do any coloring myself, but we will look at a coloring thing. But I do want to discuss the last couple of weeks in the positive things, not the big news things, the things that you wouldn't have heard about from anywhere else, because frankly nobody else cares. An update on the Madame Leota tombstone situation. We did get a new one. We still have to return the old one, but the new one arrived. We made sure to open it up and check it out in the store this time. And yep, perfect condition. So when this one gets broken, it'll be because I broke it. It comes, at least when you order it, it comes in a very, well, you saw in the video, it comes in a nice box. And I'm going to keep it in there because it does seem like it might be a little fragile based on the condition the original one arrived in. But looking at it, it really looks like it's meant to be displayed on the shelf out of the box because it has that little trimmy on it. And I feel like, I wonder how many of those got defected out last year instead of being sold. And that's why I couldn't find them, because they just were all arriving broken or getting broken from people being rude. I don't know. But we've got the new one now. And yeah, it's put back away and will be kept safe until Halloween time. The other thing I want to talk about is an item that was put up for pre-order on DisneyStore.com a couple weeks ago, I think towards the end of last week. And it is the Real Effects Disney Stitch Puppet. And it's going to be $100. They had it on pre-order for $90. I didn't order it because as interesting as it looks, it's something that it's going to go up on a shelf. I do want to get one, but it would have to be like at a clearance price. Like I didn't spend the full price for my little animatronic Chewbacca or my little robotic Groot, and I'm not going to spend $100 on this. But I was very impressed with it. The animation on it was very good. But also, if you haven't seen the video, go find the video. They had a video of it up on Shop Disney. The listing from Shop Disney disappeared after like a day, so I'm guessing they pre-sold all of them. I'll throw some pictures up of the item that I happened to grab at the time, but I don't have the video. Check the video out, because honestly, this thing's a little scary. It's got some serious Five Nights at Freddy's vibes, as far as I'm concerned. In the video, it even tries to like bite the kid's hands. Now I know it's supposed to be cute, but this is probably the scariest version of Stitch I've seen, and I absolutely want one, but not for $90 or $100. If they eventually go and sell like for $50, I will probably snag one though, and we'll do a video on it then, like months after everybody else has already done videos on it. But on to today's thing. Today's thing is a Haunted Mansion season continuing. It was something that my wife had ordered. I don't remember when she ordered. I think it was a pre-order. I think this just came out in the last week, and it arrived. And I have not. I've resisted the urge to look through it. I wanted us to look through it together, and that is Art of Coloring Disney The Haunted Mansion, 100 Images to Inspire Creativity. And now that said, I do feel like coloring books inspiring creativity is much in the same way as Lego inspires creativity by having you follow strict instructions. Generally, I think when you color a coloring book, you are going to try to color it to look good, unless you're a 5-year-old, in which case you're going to take your colored pencil and go just all over the place with no regards to lines or proper color. Bit of fur. But yeah, this came this week. I have not flipped through a single page of it. I figure we'll do that together, but let's look at the back here. This is put out by Disney Editions in LA and New York. The back does feature one of our graveyard haunts and Madame Leota's tombstone, and there are words back here. Art of Coloring Disney The Haunted Mansion, 100 Images to Inspire Creativity. Immortalize the Haunted Mansion and its grim, grinning ghosts with your own beautiful art of Disney's iconic attraction. With hundreds of frightfully fun patterns, scenes, and happy haunts to color, including the stretching gallery, the attic, Madame Leota, and more from regions beyond. These pages offer countless ways to bring this eerie estate back to life. Let your creative spirit be your guide. And this looks like it retails normally for $16.99, and yeah, came out just this year. And yeah, so today we're gonna flip through it, take a look at some of the pictures. I am not gonna color in it, I promise. One, it's not my book. Two, I'm not a coloring person. I'm more of a video game person. But I'm always down for some Haunted Mansion stuff. So let's tilt the camera a little bit, and we will try to look through Art of Coloring Disney The Haunted Mansion. All right, start here at the cover. We do have everybody's favorite hitchhiking ghosts, Phineas, Ezra, and Gus, or formerly the Traveler, the Skeleton, and the Prisoner. And I was looking at it, I like the detail work. Phineas looks just a little off to me. I don't have a good Phineas to like grab and show you. I mean, I have the little park pal back there, and he's not particularly, I mean, he's a very stylized version of it. And then of course I have like this, but yeah, you can't really see the face too well on that. Every other Phineas I have, the better ones at least, are all up on high shelves and I can't grab. But yeah, it's not that it's a bad rendition, it doesn't look like Phineas to me in the same way they seem to have captured the characters of the other two. But slip through, I mean, I don't want to damage the book, so we're gonna have to be a little careful. So I wonder if they'll be on both sides. I feel like coloring on this side would be difficult. I think it's thick enough though, they might all just be one-sided pages. Plus, if you wanted to like take it out and frame it or something, you would not be able to do that if it's double-sided. Oh, we have more words. It truly goes without saying that Haunted Mansion... Okay, so first of all, it is The Haunted Mansion, not Haunted Mansion, The Haunted Mansion. It truly goes without saying that Haunted Mansion is at or near the top of the list of the world's best, most enduring, and most beloved theme park attractions. From Madame Leota and the Hatbox Ghost to the Singing Busts and the Hitchhiking Ghosts, it boasts some of the most iconic and memorable characters and scenes ever conceived. The first Haunted Mansion at Disneyland Park in California debuted on August 9th, 1969 and became an immediate hit. There was reportedly a 3-hour wait on opening day, and the park itself set an attendance record a week later. Pretty good for an attraction with a history as frightening as its ghosts. Images of a seemingly spooky house appeared in renderings of Disneyland Park as early as 1954, and ideas and concepts at WED Enterprises, now Walt Disney Imagineering, were in endless development, sort of like the hallway that eventually ended up as part of the attraction. In 1963, Walt Disney gave the okay to build the mansion itself, and it silently loomed over the rivers of America for more than half a decade, becoming fodder for all sorts of rumors and speculation. The success of Haunted Mansion at Disneyland Park led to versions of the attraction in Disney parks around the world, from Magic Kingdom Park at the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida to Tokyo Disneyland Park at Tokyo Disney Resort in Japan. The challenge for you as you color your way through these highly detailed scenes from the attractions is, in the words of the ghost host, to find a way out. But not too quickly. There's so much to discover that you may never want to leave. After all, we have 999 happy haunts here, but there's room for 1,000. David Fisher, Walt Disney Imagineering. David, I feel like that could have been, I don't know, edited better. I had a difficult time reading that. All right, so yeah, it's interesting. It is, there's a whole thing about, people putting the word "the" in front of things that shouldn't have the, like, I don't know, the Space Mountain or the Jungle Cruise. Is it actually the Jungle Cruise? I think it is just Jungle Cruise, isn't it? Anyway, so the Haunted Mansion is literally the Haunted Mansion. It's not Haunted Mansion, even though that's what the movies tend to be called, isn't it? I think both theatrical films. No, take it back. I can see from here, I have a book on the Eddie Murphy movie, and it does say The Haunted Mansion on the title. But I think the one from last year was just Haunted Mansion. But yeah, the ride is called The Haunted Mansion. So yeah, this is how you can tell this is definitely an adult comic book, and one that I absolutely would not have the patience to do. I'm a little disappointed to see stuff on this side though. I just feel, because one, you're going to really damage the binding here to color on this. I'm trying to be as gentle as possible while still having it open for us to be able to see it. But it's you're gonna put some like real pressure on this to all these little details. I guess maybe we should just skip that page. But so here's the first proper picture. We do have 100 to go through. I don't know. I won't spend a ton of time on each one. You may want to just buy this. Reservation accepted. Ghost Relations Department, Disneyland. Please do not apply in person. Is that sign actually? I know that's like a sign from the like original promotion. I want to say I remember seeing pictures of this sign or a sign like it at the 50th, but of course I didn't get to go to that. Here we have a shot of the mansion itself, New Orleans Square. Not suitable for framing because you do have this big seam in the middle. I don't like that. This should have just been one side. I think they also maybe they understand that most people are gonna be like me and not actually color in their coloring book. Now, for a ride with 1,000 happy haunts, you'd think we could have more pages with individual characters, not the Raven and the Weather Vane. The Weather Vane. That's what they're called, Weather Vanes. So I mean, the front does show, or rather, the first like picture here is of the proper California mansion. So I wonder if we're going to have anything specifically of the Florida version in here, or if it's all going to be California. We start walking up the path apparently, because I guess it'll be like a trip through the mansion. We'll just like, go in order of the ride, because we've seen the front of the house. We've come up the walk at the front of the house. We've seen the hearse now, with a lot of color in the background. We're walking up through the queue past the pet cemetery. I have, in a video from a few years ago, I think like 2020, 2019, I have a pin set of some of the gravestones from the pet cemetery. And I think I showed it quickly in a video like a long time ago. I think possibly during the quarantine logs. I think I did like a Haunted Mansion video where I showed off some of my older stuff, and I took like some quick video of that from when I was rearranging the void space, because they're up on a high shelf with a lot of my older Haunted Mansion items. So we're in the stretching room. There's the ceiling and the candelabra. And now we've moved in. That's it. That's all we get for the stretching room. We're already into the art gallery. Okay. Did I skip a page? I don't say you can't do this book and not have the stretching portraits as individual pictures. I didn't skip a page though. So yeah, we're already into the art gallery now, heading towards our Doom buggies. So here are the like normal versions. Do we have? Yes, we do. We do get the haunted versions of each portrait. I feel like the detail on him in particular is a little bit lacking, but they make up for it on her. She's very detailed. We have the busts. Of course, I have my own versions of them right here in the void space. Of course, mine face forward. They don't follow you as you walk around. The April to December portrait from the end of the queue. So yeah, we're really skipping we don't have the stretching room portraits. I mean, they must be in here later. We are now on the Doom buggy, passing the endless hallway. Yeah, you could spend a lot of time. Now see, that should have been on this side, because that's the one you're going to want to color. That's your filler page. That should have been over there. I do not like the formatting of the book. Here we have some wallpaper. That ought to take you a while. And of course, the suit of armor. Moving on, we have the corpse in the casket. Of course, released last year as a lovely Halloween ornament. I was surprised, because of course, Hallmark is getting out their well, maybe they have the Halloween stuff out too, because it is July now. They had it out in June, but they're setting up for the Christmas decorations. The Christmas stuff goes on sale, the ornaments rather, go on sale in just, I think, next week. So be on the lookout for a Haunted Mansion ornament video, probably the week after. I don't know that I'll have time to do it in time for next week's video, or indeed that there'll even be a video next week. But they do already have last year's, at least at my local Hallmark, they already have last year's ornaments up for sale. You can buy the corpse in the casket, and who else was last year? Victor and Leota are all already up for sale. They have Constance So you can see what she does, which is not bad. She basically just goes through her spiel. But they don't have any of the other ones yet, just Constance on display. All right. Another kind of filler page into the hallway. Got the clock. I do love the clock. I of course have my own version of the clock, but I can't let it work because it makes a loud ticking noise, and that doesn't work for recording videos, does it? I have enough background noises. I don't need that going tick, tick, tick. All right, next we have the Madame Leota like poster sign. You can get like signs of this from Regions Beyond. Madame Leota materializing the disembodied, tarot reading, magic spells, parlor tricks, seances, knows and sees all, psychic medium, fortunes, crystal gazing potions, appearing only at the Haunted Mansion. I wonder if we'll get a sign like that on display outside the new gift shop when they open up, when they finally reopen the California Mansion. Although I'm guessing if they open it this year, it's going to open immediately as Christmas. We're not going to get any normal mansion at all this year. Not that I'm planning on going this year. I have no reason to think I'll be able to go this year. But I wouldn't want to go if I couldn't see the proper mansion. I went, last time we went was in 22, and we went during the holidays. And the Holiday Mansion, it was nice to go on the Holiday Mansion. I'd never been on it. But if I'm going to spend the money to go there, I would much rather go during the, I'd love to go during Halloween, but I want to see the proper mansion, not the Christmas version. I hear that they're changing out the attic body, the corpse, the hanging corpse in the stretching room. I hope that's not true. That's unfortunate. I get it, but it's unfortunate. All right, we're into Madame Leota's room now. We have her spell book. We have her floating above the table. Again, I don't like the design of this book. There she is. Yeah, you're gonna have to like tear the pages out if you want to really like color this, or just really just mangle up the spine. That's unfortunate choice on their part. We have kind of a melange of Madame Leota imagery over here, and then a spider web. I guess you could color in between the webs black. We are on to the ballroom. The birthday is going on. I do like the detail on the faces. Hopefully you can see them well enough on camera, and you're watching on a big enough screen that you can actually see them. But they put a lot of detail work into the faces on the party here. It's very nice. It's nicely done. It would be better if like the king wasn't disappearing into the fold there, but they need to like make these pages available for like download so you can print them out on just normal like letter size and color them that way. I suppose there's probably some way of doing that, but even that would be hard to get pictures, good images of that side without dismantling the book. Staying in the ballroom, Victor Geist, of course. I like the detail they've done on because the ghosts coming out of his organ are generally fairly fuzzy and low resolution. They've done a nice job of making them look a little bit creepier, I think, than they look in the actual ride. But again, this should have been on this side. This should be the filler page over here, because again, this is the way the book lays naturally. That's where you're going to want to do your coloring. Moving on, we're into the attic now, Constance's attic. We see one of her wedding portraits. I wonder if we'll have the versions, like next page will be the version of it without the head. Nope. Next is the ghostly piano. Are we skipping Constance? We've gone from the pianist to Hatbox, which they have not done his face justice there. I feel like he's one of the characters that has one of the more detailed faces, and you've not captured it very well, I don't think. The rest of him looks pretty good. The face, I'm not loving that face. All right, we have more of Constance's wedding portraits now, including that's the one we saw in the first picture of the attic. So I'm guessing the next version will be the versions without their heads. No, I'm disappointed. I expected the headless versions of the portraits. No, we're skipping Constance entirely other than her wedding portraits, and going straight out the window and into the cemetery. There's the groundskeeper who... He's not bearded in the ride, is he? The groundskeeper doesn't have a beard, does he? Am I really this many years old and I just now noticed the groundskeeper has a beard? Because like when I cosplay as him, well, when I Halloween costume as him, I don't have a beard. I don't think I don't think I have anything. I mean, we have snow globes. We have, I mean, there's an ornament coming out of him. I do actually have an action figure, but he's behind other things and not visible. I don't think he has a beard in any of those. What's going on here? Okay. And then we're skipping through a fair chunk of the graveyard to the very stylized king and queen on the seesaw. Again, not... I feel like this page is not done by the same artist as a lot of the rest of this. Or certainly not done the same art style. I like the tombstones. Got Rollo Rumpkin, got the Memento Mori, got actually just like 3 over and over again. But I don't like the king and queen there. I think they're trying to go for like a playing card aesthetic, and yeah, I'm not here for that. Got some owls and ravens, the singing busts, and I mean, they're very detailed, but I don't think they look like the singing busts in the ride, like, at all. I don't like that picture. Yeah, okay. I don't feel like those are very good likenesses of the singing busts. Again, characters that you see fairly close up with distinct faces, and yeah. Moving on. Again, they're doing some like kind of odd stuff, I think, with faces here, but we do have the Tea Party, we have the Executioner and the Headless Knight, and Gus has snuck his way over here. Again, Gus is not in that scene, is he? Have I mean, you know, I know they changed the scene over the years. Over my lifetime, it's changed quite a bit, but Gus isn't in that scene, is he? And then now we're going to backtrack a bit. We've got some more some ghostly animals. We've got Constance finally with very, very large eyes. Honestly, I feel like these look more like Constance as she's portrayed in the ride than that does. That almost looks more like Madame Leota in the face to me. I think maybe just because of the highly pronounced cheekbones, because like we don't get that on Constance over here, but those cheekbones very much are given like Madame Leota vibes to me, and those eyes are just kind of anime eyes. Okay, so we are going to see there. So we have the Florida version of the ride, the Crump Manor in the movie. So it did make an appearance. Luckily, not till halfway through. And so I'm assuming we'll see stuff here that doesn't appear in the California version, like the library and the stair room. Got the sarcophagus. So I've only seen the Florida version on videos. I've never actually been on it. So I'm not super well versed on the differences. Got their hearse. So I'm going to trust that most of this, what's in here that's different, like Captain Culpepper Klein. Allergic to dirt, so he pickled in brine. He braved the sea in all her wrath, but drowned on land while taking a bath. Now, I guess that in the queue that actually like leaks water. I would like to go to the Florida one at some point just to see it. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure these are all things from the queue. We have the, of course, we don't have the joke, what's the word I'm looking for there? Oh, well, the wall of tombs in California. They tore that out and apparently destroyed it rather than, I don't know, sell it? Destroyed it as part of the remodel. I'm sure we'll have something even better when it reopens, though. We have Hallucination, Be a Witch, Happarition, Manifestation, Metaphysics, Clairvoyance, Ouija Board, I Am a Spook, and Poltergeist. And then we have Bluebeard and his many, many late wives. We have the busts from the queue. I've seen pictures of them. I've never seen them in person. I feel like they've captured the faces pretty well on those, though. Again, I've only ever seen them in picture, and like I know like Disney sold like little statues of them and stuff, but I feel like those look right to me. Maybe it's just because I'm not super familiar with them. Master Gracie's tombstone. I actually do have my Master Gracie tombstone for my Halloween display, and it looks an awful lot like that. We have the books you can play with in queue. They do have a lot more tombstones. I mean, like a lot of the tombstones you do see for Haunted Mansion are from that and not from the California Mansion. Requiescat? It's French. I can't speak French. Francis Xavier, no time off for good behavior. In memory of our patriotic, dear departed Grandpa Mark. Here rests Wathel R. Bender. He rode to glory on a fender. Peaceful rest. Here lies a man named Martin. The lights went out on this old Spartan. Mr. Sewell, the victim of a dirty duel. Peaceful rest. Rest in peace, Cousin Hewitt. We all know you didn't do it. And our dearest Dorothea. I saw recently online somebody like theorizing that Gracie or the ghost host are not the masters of the mansion, but Grandpa Mark is. I don't give much credence to that. We have Madame Leota's tombstone. Dear sweet Leota, beloved by all in regions beyond, now but having a ball. I have my own very own one of those now, and it is fantastic. Eyes are a little weird, but otherwise fantastic. Now, I don't know if, I mean, these are, of course, if you watch like stuff like Downton Abbey, you'll recognize those kind of bells. I don't know if those are actually in the mansion or not. I don't remember them. Here we have the Master Gracie portrait. Here's the stretching room. It finally made it in here. So it's weird. The beginning of the ride, it seems to go kind of in order on the ride, but we do skip over big things like Constance, the stretching room portraits. These are nicely done. I think they look, his face seems a little off, but otherwise, I think they look pretty good to what you see in the mansion. We have some doom buggies and get some more wallpaper kind of looking stuff. Okay, so we have the Ghost Host and other ones I don't recognize because I don't think we have them in California. I've seen that one before, but I don't recognize any of these three. I'm guessing they are Florida exclusives or somewhere else exclusives, and I've just never seen them. Yep, here's the library. That's a Florida thing. We have their version of the library bus. Of course, these two, I think they've really captured the fact that they're inside out here because they look just kind of, they do look unsettling, do they not? I think they've actually done a good job of capturing the inverse nature of the way they actually are on the ride that makes them follow you. But yeah, these two are the ones, of course, from California as well, and are the ones that I have physical representations of. These three are, I'm guessing, Florida exclusives, or maybe Florida and Tokyo, I don't know. We have the chair. I never really quite understood the fascination with the chair, but there it is. It's a chair. You could sit in it. You probably don't want to, though. It's probably very dusty. We have their piano. It's like a whole music room here. Some more wallpapery stuff. The stair room, the Escher room. I would like to go in the Florida one at some point. We have the portrait gallery from the hallway. So I think some of these appear in the California version. Some of them I don't think he does. Tomb Sweet Tomb, of course, you know, that one's obvious. I recognize that one. That one is definitely in the California. That one too. I think it's like Hatbox before Hatbox. I mean, technically Hatbox was there like way back, but he wasn't there in my life until like 10 years ago. Back into Leota's room with her flying tarot cards, her giant tarot cards, and her ghost summoning or ghost signaling devices. The dueling portraits, I like the face on him. That's very nicely done. Kind of trying to look behind themselves at each other. Those are nice. Those are very nice. I do hope, and we haven't had the Hitchhikers yet, except for Gus. I hope we're going to see them and Little Leota before we're almost done here. I hope we're going to see them before the end. Some more of the carousing ghosts from the ballroom. And I guess those are supposed to be Victor's piano ghosts. The dancers. Very nice, very like Disney look on that one. Like, this very much looks like it could be a coloring book for like the animated The Haunted Mansion. Like if they had done a Haunted Mansion movie during the Disney Renaissance in the 90s, like Little Mermaid time. This very much looks like it could be art from that. This is actually, I think, probably one of the more impressive pictures, as simple as it is. I think it's just got a very good Disney animated style to it. We have the ghosts arriving for the wake, coming in through the hearse there. Nicely done. Back into the attic, we see some more of Constance's wedding memorabilia. Lots of tea. She must really like her tea. Or have liked her tea, I don't know. But again, we're back to the, I think the more ride accurate Constance there. I didn't like that Constance picture very much. That's better. That's a much, the face is still a little, I don't know, something a little off about it. But I think that's much better than Anime Eyes Constance. Much more detailed too. I definitely like that Constance better. We have her wedding cakes, including the headless groom topper there. So, here we go. Reminds me of the little Constance's attic scene I have from their Come Out and Socialize dioramas they released. Only ever released 2 of. Disappointed they didn't release more of those. Hitchhiking Ghosts would have at least been nice. Back to the graveyard. We have our musicians playing Grim Grinning Ghosts. Pretty well done. We have the opera ghosts. Those are pretty nice. I mean, her face is a little weird, but I think that's just art style. We're back to the graveyard tombstones again, including the pop-up ghosts, which are those? Yeah, those are there. Those are still there. It was the ones from the attic that are gone because now that Constance is more of an antagonist than a victim, she doesn't have the I Do ghosts anymore. And we have just kind of again, just kind of a mishmash. We have the singing busts in a much smaller, but I think more accurate look. Hitchhiking Ghosts, very, very low detail. Leota, the tombstones, the groundkeeper. Yeah, no beard. No beard there. He's not super detailed, but he has no beard. We have the mirrors you pass by where the ghost following you home appears. We have our Hitchhiking Ghosts. I think that's a better Phineas face than on the cover. Now, Ezra, maybe not, but I think it's a better Phineas. And they've given Gus a lot of personality. And any volunteers? No Little Leota. We didn't get Little Leota. All right, so that is Art of Coloring, Disney The Haunted Mansion. I think it's a fairly mixed bag of renditions. I mean, it's cool to have it as a book, as a piece of Haunted Mansion merchandise to go with our many pieces of Haunted Mansion merchandise. I definitely don't think my wife shouldn't have picked it up, but I feel like it's a very mixed bag. And I really don't like the presentation of having art on this side of the book, because how are you supposed to color on that without really damaging the book? I mean, I'm looking at it gently just to look through it, and I think the spine survived. But yeah, definitely different artists in here. Does it list who the artists were? Because there definitely is more than one. Because there is way... It doesn't, does it? There are way too many... I mean, I know a person can draw in different art styles, but I think there's just some drastic... Yeah, they don't get any credit to the artists. There are some drastic differences in art style and art quality between some of the pictures. Some of the ones where like you're getting your only real close-up, your only appearance of Hatbox, your close-up on the singing busts are just not great. But interesting also, I mean, I guess I need to go watch a video of the Tokyo version to see how closely it follows the Florida ones, because I don't think it's in the same kind of building there, and we didn't get an image of a third mansion. But maybe the Florida one looks like or rather the Tokyo one looks like the Florida one. I honestly don't know off the top of my head. I'll need to go watch a Tokyo Haunted Mansion video and find out. But that'll be too late for this, won't it? But yeah, it's a nice book. Definitely glad we have it in the collection now. I don't know that she's going to color in it. I'm certainly not going to color in it. I do feel like they could have done a better job in some of the pictures. I definitely feel like they could have done a better job formatting the book so that you could actually draw on both pages, so that you're not losing detail in the fold like here. There's just no way you're going to be able to color that without tearing it out of the book. And if you tear it out of the book, well, then you're sacrificing that picture and that picture. Now, to be fair, those are both filler pictures. So maybe that's why sometimes there's filler on this side, because they're thinking you might take that out and they want you to not lose something of quality. Is that what they've done? I think that is, because yeah, like Madame Leota's another 2-page, or Madame Leota's chamber here, which again, better version of Madame Leota, is a 2-pager, and then on that side it's kind of filler stuff, and on that side it's kind of filler stuff. So that's probably what they've done here, is when we have filler on what would normally be the main page. Oh, maybe not though, because I feel like Constance, even if that's not the world's best rendition of her face, is not filler for the Liberty Square mansion, unless somebody else has an opinion of the Florida mansion similar to my own, as far as not being the original. Yeah, I don't know, this or Constance is probably my biggest disappointments in the book, just because I don't think they captured them very well here. And same with Anime Eye Constance there. Not so yeah, definitely a mixing. I'm not thoroughly in love with this book. It's not 100% perfection, but you know, it's a Haunted Mansion thing, and we do tend to collect the Haunted Mansion things. So no regrets at it, but yeah, I don't know that it'll be colored in. It certainly won't be colored in by me. And that, after a very long video for looking at a coloring book, will wrap us up for this week. I do hope you found this all interesting and entertaining. What do you think of the book? What do you think of the artwork? Am I off? I mean, certainly it's literally all of it's better than anything I could draw. Let's be clear, I could not draw as good of pictures as what are in here. Even the worst picture in here is better than anything I could do. I'm not judging it as in the idea that I could do better. But that said, I feel like some of these just aren't the level of quality I necessarily would have expected. But you know, am I wrong? Let me know in the comments. And have you picked up any of the other? I'm assuming this is a series of Art of Coloring books. It sounds like the title of a series. Have you picked up any other of these? Is the quality of artwork in them as kind of hit or miss as they are in this one? Let me know. But I do hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. I do thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.